Yo, what's going on, guys? This is RJ Game News USA here, back today with another video, and today we're going to have another top 10 list. We're going to count down the top 10 ways Xbox could be fixed. So we're going to jump right into it. If you like this kind of content, like, share, and consider subscribing for more. But first, we need to dive into why there's a problem at Xbox. Well, clearly, they're third place when it comes to them versus PlayStation versus Nintendo. Clearly, they're struggling. Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond possibly, they've stepped down or they were fired or forced out in some fashion. They just brought in a new Xbox lead in Asha Sharma, who previously had no game experience. There's worries that, she's going to incorporate a bunch of AI bullshit into the product, and even possibly sunsetting the Xbox division as well. She recently did an interview and gave some ideas that sounded decent, but again, talk is cheap. We'll see what actions say. But I do think there are 10 ways to still save the Xbox, and I'm going to talk about what I would do to save it right now. This is listed from 10 to 1 and what I think the most effective ideas are. But any and all of these ideas I think would be effective if they're willing to put in the time and the effort to do so. So number 10 on this list, free online play. Seriously, Xbox Gold pioneered the whole pay to play online. It needs to die. And maybe it will with this new hybrid console, whatever that could be coming out. But they need to go ahead and switch it off immediately. They need to win over customers by being extra customer friendly. Always answering their phones as quick as possible when there's a customer service question. Always being open, honest, giving direct answers, direct feedback. And by getting rid of the pay-to-play online, people will feel like they've won something. They've gotten something. And there's something they do that Nintendo don't and Sony doesn't do either. It could be done today. Number 9. Consolidate studios for quicker dev time. What do I mean? I mean, as much as it hurts to do this, you have so many studios, you have so many employees. Instead of having them work on so many projects and have the projects take 4, 5, 6 years to complete, you need to consolidate down dev teams and get projects that are money makers out the door faster. Like, forget your fucking, your little fucking, kiln game. You know what I mean? That's an example of forget that shit. Forget the little projects. Forget the non-money makers. Consolidate your studios down without firing people, but get projects done faster with more people on bigger shit. That would help a lot. That goes for all the gaming companies, honestly, these first two suggestions. Number 8, be the social media streaming box. What do I mean? This is particularly would be great for content creators, but it would be something else to see for sure. Currently, on the PlayStation, you could stream to YouTube or Twitch, and I believe on Xbox, you could only stream to Twitch. I think the Xbox should have a way where you game on it and you could stream directly to YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Odyssey, every single stream, Facebook, Twitter, a way that you can multi-stream to all of your social media accounts that you want to stream to, Kick, you name it, Rumble, and just stream wherever you can so you can get your, online presence out there as a content creator, and it would get people to consider picking up a box like this, knowing, hey, I could stream my stuff to all my stuff, whether it's Facebook to my friends, whether it's Twitch to people I know, whether it's YouTube to try to build a career. Make it the streaming box, the default, hey, this is what streamers want to use for ease of use. Big streamers pick it up, right? They pick it up, they enjoy it, they use it. And then people that like those streamers also pick up the same kind of box. So on and so forth. You're trying to change hearts and minds. And how do you do so? By influence. And that would be a lot of influence right there. When your favorite content creators are all using an Xbox. Because of the ease of use of streaming to all these services. Number 7, really simple. Make Halo a must-buy franchise again. So Halo used to be absolutely like top of the industry, most wanted. Nobody wanted Halo 3 more than the fans did back in 2007, man. It was absolutely crazy. People loved Halo. And you have to make that series your top fucking priority. Your Halo game should be your best game. Halo should be front and center, the Xbox mascot, just like Mario is for Nintendo, right? You need Master Chief front and center, all the posters, all the promotional deals, right? You need to come up with the best multiplayer experience, even if you're using Call of Duty devs. You need to come up with the best possible campaigns, even if you're consolidating down studios to figure out the best way to tell the Halo story. Halo needs to be front and center and great again. Number 6, do better advertising. Xbox has had an awful marketing team. The play everywhere, and they constantly step on brakes with their advertising, mixed messaging. You need one message at a time, a clear defining message of what you do as a company. You need to advertise accordingly and be clear what expectations are and what you want to give your consumer. They got to fix the advertising. Number 5, it's really simple. Take as much money from Microsoft as you can. Let Papa feed you. You know what I mean? Like, don't bite the hand that feeds. Microsoft, from their point of view, this list is to save Xbox, not make Microsoft profitable. But one way to save Xbox is Microsoft just keeps subsidizing it. Microsoft keeps pouring money into it. They don't give up. They keep trying. They keep trying to dominate the living room, and they're not scared. They're not worried about profit margins as much. They understand they could absorb a loss for a while if they need to. But the point is, they push hard for Xbox like they did for the 360 era, and they will eventually be more profitable than ever if you just believe in them. And that brings me to number 4 on this list. And I can't believe I'm saying this as a reason, because I used to love this service. Just get rid of Game Pass altogether. It's an anchor around their neck. Everything is tied to this Game Pass service. They just want to put it on different stuff. They want to keep increasing the price of it anyway. They keep trying to find loopholes and ways out of it. I want them to get rid of subscription gaming altogether. There is no subscription for Xbox. It's not like PlayStation. It's not like Nintendo. No, online play is free, like I said earlier, and you get rid of Game Pass. You are going to recondition your audience to buy games again, full price, and to enjoy these games again. That is how you long-term will have success. Number 3, making hardware affordable again. You are in last place. You don't need to be upping the price of your console multiple times in a generation for a box that's 5 or 6 years old. Even if Microsoft, like I said, is subsidizing the cost, you must come in at the cheapest price point. You must be a loss leader. You must be willing to just do whatever the fuck you can to beat out the competition when it comes to price, so you could sell more units and so you can force Sony into a corner who doesn't have more money than you and you could force Nintendo into a corner. You can be like, look, we're the most powerful hardware, and we're going to come in at the cheapest price for our customer with free online play, like I said earlier, with great Halo, and with all the things I said earlier. It will sell like fire, and that's what you need to do. Number 2, it's really simple. Make great games again. And maybe they have. Maybe with Forza Horizon 6 and Fable and Halo Campaign Evolved. Maybe with all that stuff, it will be better. With Gears, stuff like that. They might have made great games. But Xbox hasn't really been in the Game of the Year discussion in over a decade. They lack games at the beginning of the Xbox One launch. They need high quality, quantity, lovable, great, high Metacritic, high sales, high impact games. That really will get people back to wanting to play your stuff. And that ties directly into the number one thing Xbox can do to be fixed. And it's a complete 180 from what they've done the last couple of years. Make games exclusive again. So you've sold the hardware. You've made the internet free. You've done all these things for the consumer. But you're going to do one more thing. You're going to create a walled garden. You're going to go back to the classic approach of you need our box to play these games. The next gen Xbox would be a great example of this, okay? Sell them a box that should be worth $1,100. Sell it for $300. Watch it fly off the shelf. And then, with these customers, tell them, you want the next Elder Scrolls? You got to go to Xbox. You want the next Call of Duty, if it's even legal under the FTC, any game that they possibly can, you got to go to Xbox. You want the next Halo, you want the next Fable, you want the next Doom, you want, they're a publisher of many, many games. Stop putting that shit on PlayStation and giving them W's in the short term just so you can get sales. Stop putting it on PC. Xbox only. You want to save the Xbox? Make the Xbox an unmissable box. Why has the Switch 2 sold 18 million units? Because even though some people aren't happy with the lineup as much, there is still games on there that people really want to fucking play, and they were willing to drop money down, $500 down, tens of millions of people to play games like Mario Kart World, Pokemon ZA, even though you could play that on the Switch 1, Metroid Prime 4, games that were high 70s in the Metacritic. You put out good games that are mid to high 80s in the Metacritic. You put out games that people want to play, and you can only play it on Xbox, and your hardware is cheap and affordable, and your online play is great, and you, like I said, you make them exclusive, which is the most important thing. You will turn Xbox around, but you also got to give it time. It's going to take a generation. It may take 2 generations, but Xbox, you must believe in yourself. You lost your way when you decided to put everything on everything. Go back to what made the 360 great and do it with the next console. That is what Asher Sharma needs to consider doing. And with that, guys, that's the video. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Personally, I think Xbox might be too far gone, and I see them doing almost none of the suggestions that I gave. But what do you guys think? Do you have any hope at all left for Xbox? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch y'all later. This is RJ signing out. Have a good one.